Hello. Today I'm going to discuss Oracle Fusion Analytics Warehouse, or FAW. FAW is a powerful set of packaged analytics for Oracle's cloud applications. We understand that high-tech companies need to combine data from HR, finance, supply chain, subscription, and others. Oracle FAW provides the best platform to do just that, while providing great time to value with pre-delivered data models and content. The value of FAW is that it pulls cross-functional data together from across your entire business and lets you report on it in a single place using pre-delivered content in the form of data sets and best practice KPIs. During this demonstration, we will be leveraging Oracle Cloud data and non-Oracle data. There are over 25 plus pre-built dashboards, 150 plus KPIs, and over 300 plus metrics. Let's get right into it. For years, it has been difficult to address the reporting needs for the high-tech industry for the most compelling issues like visibility across the entire supply chain, new business models like subscription sales and software, gaining insights into the integrated business planning processes, reporting across new businesses for mergers and acquisitions, visibility to contract manufacturing around the world, and analysis of enterprise costs for resources. Here you can see we already have a deck with multiple KPIs on it. We call the dashboards decks and the KPIs on the deck cards. This makes it intuitive and very easy to use. You can see the different tabs at the top, which are other decks. Before we start this discussion, how Oracle's FAW solution will address the specifics of the high-tech industry, let's discuss, and I'll show you how simple it is to configure decks and KPIs and the ease of use for reporting and analyzing anything. I'm going to walk you through a process for an executive's view of KPIs, and then to a business analyst drilling into detail to solve specific issues for our company. Over here, you can see we have S&OP sales or IVP sales that we developed as KPI to monitor our business process planning. If you hover over them, you can see the different areas that it shows. So you can see that subscription sales are on the rise. If you look over here, you can see subscription sales are on the rise as well and approaching 95% of our target. Here you can see Mexico is our largest source of revenue. However, these good things are followed by some things that are not so good. Perfect order performance is lagging significantly at 68.3% of target. The card itself is red, which shows us immediately that we have a problem here. So you can see that we have demand that supply is not keeping up with, and payroll cost is on the rise as well. So let's drill into the sales by region here and take a look at what some of our problems might be. So immediately you'll see again that sales are on the rise. And you can drill over these and just show, different things that are sales for subscriptions, test hardware. In the middle here, this is a narrative reporting that artificial intelligence uses in the background. It reviews all those data in the background and then provides a narrative report based on that data. Here you can see our top 5 product sales. And down here, this one is, you can see exactly where we're having problems. So we've got demand from our contract manufacturer, but they're only able to keep up with supply, which is a lot less than the demand. So right away, we can see which ones are late. This just shows the power of FAW reporting. From one KPI, we were able to see sales by product, our largest product sales, quality issues, and a supply-demand mismatch. Now that we know that our contract manufacturers can't keep up with our demand, let's drill down into that and see if we can see why. Let's add a new KPI to do that specifically. Just click the plus sign on the cards. Here you can see a long and expanding list of KPIs that are out there for you to use. And at the same time, if I want to, since I'm doing on-time delivery, I'm just going to search for that one. Here I can see I have an on-time delivery one. It's blue. That means it's a configured KPI within the system, whereas the red ones were seeded KPIs within FAW. So I just collect on that and I can see what the card will look like right away, but I want to see it a little bit differently. So I'm going to say I'm going to customize the card. These are different options that you can use, and there's drill downs associated with each one of these. I can look at my on-time delivery percentage. I don't want to look at it by channel, I already know, but I'll see that anyway. I want to look at it time historic. Visualization, I wanted to, you can see all the different visualizations that we have here. I want to look at it in a line bar combination. And then there's even more options below that you can add additional values to even make the card better for you to look at. That's all we do. We add a card. And now we have the new card on our deck in just a few seconds. Now that we have our new KPI on-time deliveries, we're going to drill down into this from an analyst's perspective and get into a little bit more detail. But first, we can open up and we can send notes to collaborate across the enterprise. And as you can see, we have put a note in here for Casey to review, and we just add that note. And you'll see that another note was delivered previously. And so we have the opportunity to collaborate across our enterprise about these different KPIs. Okay, let's drill down into it and see what an analyst might see. So this was notes, apologies. We'll drill into the detail and we'll look at the delivery analysis. Here you can see several different analyses associated with that one KPI. That's the value of Oracle FAW as well. Up here you can see there's a concept of filters where you can filter out different things or create new filters to get a different view of the information that's on that analysis. So here you can see that on-time shipping is dropping significantly, and the on-time shipping percent by channel is once again our contract manufacturers. This one provides a little bit more detail and it shows exactly which supplier is causing the biggest problem. So we can see all of the different suppliers in this area as well. And then if you were to just click on this, you can see which contract manufacturers around the world are having the biggest issue. And also we can see the things coming out of China. Their ship late percentages are at test handlers at this point in time. Once again, we see the power of FAW to be able to drill from one KPI into multiple analyses to help us solve our business issues. So let's recap about the ease of use for our decks and cards. We show visibility into new business models, visibility to our entire supply chain. We created a KPI to analyze on-time delivery issues. We see on one page our late suppliers and late products. We saw which regions were late, which products were late, and we can even drill down into the next level of detail for even more insight. Let's take a look at our payroll cost that's on the rise as well. We know that our sales have been increasing dramatically. What has been instrumental in us being able to identify exactly where it has been impacted within HR is through these KPIs. We know we had a negative impact on our turnover, but what I'm able to uncover here is of that turnover, a lot of those leavers were considered top talent. This is a big concern, especially knowing we have a talent war going on globally. This is something we need to make a top priority of to get to the root cause in order to course correct. I can see that our head count is below target, which I suspected to be the case given in the increased turnover. However, I see our overall payroll costs are exceeding the budget, which is a concern and could very well be a direct correlation to our increased turnover, which could be driving additional overtime. Here I can see our payroll cost over time for the forecast over the next 3 months. In the month of July, overtime doubled and spiked within our manufacturing division. By clicking on manufacturing here, it brings up the causes of the leavers leaving. This is very valuable, just-in-time insights to help me understand what is driving our turnover and what population is being impacted the most. Now that I have some better insights on our turnover trends, I'm going to spend more time exploring the data and doing some what-if analysis. Let's see what might happen in the future if our payroll costs keep climbing. Another powerful piece of FAW is that you can add additional metrics, even statistical analysis to these different graphics that we see here and narrative that we're showing down at the bottom. Over on the left-hand side here, you can see that we can have several different ways that we can modify this data and these charts to get even a better look drilling into the insights. So what I'm going to do is I want to forecast this overtime and resource issue for the next 12 months instead of just this 3 to give us an idea of what might happen. So I'm putting 12 in there, and now you can see that this is recalculating, and it's using statistical forecast methods to do this. Again, we have the narrative turnover, which is AI that's looking at the data in the background and giving you more insight. Here's what we did. We showed how issues like payroll costs and retention can be on our decks and KPIs. We created what-if analysis using statistical forecasts, found new ways to retain and rehire headcount, and found new ways to potentially normalize payroll costs. Today, we showed you how FAW can address the high-tech business issues of visibility across the entire supply chain, new business models, gaining insight into the integrated business planning processes, providing data for mergers and acquisitions, and our entire cost for resources. FAW has the benefit that pre-built to maximize value of cloud apps with pre-built KPIs, dashboards, and reports. It provides fast time to value, pre-built Oracle managed data foundation, and extensible to fit your business, one single data model, and a combination of external data sources. You saw how FAW can break down the data silos and create rapid insight into your business. This is how we help you achieve your benefits of faster, higher quality decision-making when it matters the most. I thank you for your time today.